What the hell's going on here? It says I have an excellent connection. And it says I've been live for someone, but I don't see any image. So am I in fact live? Aloha, Ben. So can you guys see and hear me? Hey, Nasal Penny. Okay, I'm going to assume. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I got to clear my throat now. Okay, I don't know what YouTube is indicating that I should try again later. So I don't know. Clearly they have issues with their system. Anyway, let me get a drink of water. Anyway, okay, so have I caught everybody? There's Jerome, hey, how's it going? Rob, Ben, and Saya, how's it going? And QWERTY, I'm just going to call you QWERTY Sandwich, because I'm lazy. Hey, Hazel Penny, Magic Oven, okay, cool. And all right, I guess that's got everybody's comments, I think, up to date for what there is. And as usual, I have no thing going on, but I am going to do the thing that, of course, Rob likes least of any of us, I think. But there we go. And let's go do this one as well. All right. And YouTube is still, it's like, just leave me alone. I'm going to give you ads. I'm just going to do it myself. Hey, thanks, James. I appreciate that. Rob. So I did have a good birthday. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I think I indicated on the live stream that I went for a walk with my sister and hung out with my dad and her later, and yeah, it's kind of just, and the evil timer spawned, right? Well, you should be pleased with the evil timer spawn though, Rob, because that's every 20-minute thing is, I think, makes it easier for me to be able to have a 2-hour and 20-minute live stream. You know what I mean? So if I didn't take the little short breaks, I would probably go back to just doing hour and a half shows, just because by this time of the day my back gets tired quickly. So, although I suppose I could just do live streams earlier in the morning and maybe it'd be easier. I don't know. But then I'm certainly going to have fewer people. I mean, as it is, I can't, make everybody happy with my scheduling, because, there's just too many people spread over too big of a distance, In any case, what shall I do today first? I think I'm going to do brushing on the microphones, because spawn is not evil after all, right? There you go. How about some brushing of the microphone? We'll do a little bit of that to start, just because it's easy. I think it's a reasonably popular sort of trigger. And we can have some whispering. Let's do this. I will whisper over here while I brush over there. And I will whisper over here while I brush over there. And I'll whisper over here while I brush over there. And there's a fly buzzing around in here. Yikes, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. But I can certainly hear it. Let's go. I'm going to do some brushing on the end grain of the good old chunk of wood. Good old chunk of wood. I feel like I should do some sort of commercial sort of jingle for it, you know? Good old chunk of wood. Good old chunk of wood. It's always a nice evening when you've got a good old chunk of wood. For brushing on the end grain, of course. But I go back to drinking and smoking. That's an interesting question because I do, I mean, well, I do. I don't, you know, in an active sense anymore, but I have in the past and really enjoyed both those activities immensely. I don't know, I might, if I did consider it, I would wait till like, you know, not in the last couple of years, but like, you know, like I've only got like, you know, a couple of months left to live, because at that point it's just sort of like, all right, there's no, you know, I'd still want somebody that I trusted to hang around with me to just make sure I didn't turn into, you know, a sloppy, mean drunk, you know, just because, but I don't know, yeah, for the last couple of months I might, it'd depend on, you know, what my mindset was like, you know, how much pain I was in, that kind of thing. Because if I'm already kind of looped up from pain pills, I probably wouldn't want to drink, just because then I would have, you know, like zero, you know, emotional availability to anybody, you know, for your last bit of time. Anyway. Yeah, I agree with you, Quirty Sandwich. I think there's something about the rough edges of nature that are conducive to ASMR, yeah. Okay, hang on, I got more comments. There's a appalling amount of cone discrimination. Man, let me see. I tell you. That's a very nice sound. I quite enjoy it. Oops. It's like bumping stuff. Well, hopefully the bumps won't matter that much. That's kind of the point of the shock absorbing mounts, right? Let's go back to the other side. Wait, hang on. Man, with the beard could change all that. Well, let me make sure I'm keeping an eye on the timer. Oops. Thank you, Jetful. I appreciate the compliment. And it is my every intention to do exactly that. You know, I don't know. I think about that with the dog brushing. I'd have to get, talk to all of their individual owners and make sure that they wouldn't have a problem with it. I don't think that they would. And then, of course, find brushes. And because I don't actually own any of the dogs myself. Excuse me. Everybody upstairs owns dogs. I just sort of get to hang out with them and, pet them and that kind of thing without actually having to pay any bills for feeding or flea collars or any of that stuff. So let's slow down. We don't need to be in such a hurry. Okay, I think I'm going to move to doing some tapping on the good old chunk of wood. So let's put this over here. I'll start with the pads of my fingers first. But as far as the dog's cooperating, James, I think I could get that to happen just because if I can get him to calm down, that's the thing. Because they get very jealous about attention. No, pet me, pet me. No, pet me, pet me. And they, try to nose each other out of the way and, get in between. It's like one dog will come up to me and I'll be petting them, and then another dog will come up and try to get in between that dog and me so that they get pet, that kind of thing. And there's, what is it again? There's the two pit bulls, my sister's two dogs. Well, actually, the pit bulls and there's two dogs are never together, so it'll be the pit bulls, and then that dog, those other two dogs. I guess that's it, really. So it's just 7 dogs in the house right now, so 5 at a time. Wow, thanks, Envy Hook. That's pretty high praise. I appreciate it. Let's go this way a little bit and do that. I'm going to switch and start using my nails. What little of them there are. Oh, you know what? Should have cleaned them. Commenting is overrated. I don't know. Well, YouTube claims it's important for engagement, so therefore improves how your video is perceived by the algorithm. I guess there's a joke in that anyway, isn't there? Slow down whispering, once in a while anyway, just to add some interest to the show, I guess. And now whisper over here a little bit. Thanks, Bushwhacker. And hello to you too. And I'll whisper over here just a little bit while I'm tapping over there. Whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. And I'm whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. And I'm whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. And I'm whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. I'm whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. Now, I am whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. And I am whispering over here while I tap over there. And I'm whispering over here while I tap over there. And I whisper over here while I tap over there. I'm going to move around a bit. Okay, so we're about to have our first break of the show. This one will not be an ad break. I'm just going to go stand up and stretch my back, and like that it shouldn't be, but I don't know. Perhaps not even a minute. Who knows? But something like that anyway. I do find astronomy interesting. I don't know as much about it as I probably should, but in any case, so the timer has gone off, so I'm going to switch over and take a break for just a second, so I'll be right back. Back to where we are, and I'm back. What do you know? And let me just drink water. I should have done it before I came back, I suppose, huh? So I'm going to do a little bit of the finger tracing on my labradorite. And then I'll move on to the beard brush, or maybe the jar, I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, I do enjoy astronomy. That's, you know, after I feel like I'm done with all the plants, or not plants, where did that come from? With all the countries and capitals and stuff, maybe, you know, my next thing to do would be to do astronomy stuff, you know, like constellations and planets and moons and all that stuff. I don't know. Might be an interesting thing to just go get information about, right? So I guess first off, I'm just going to do some basic tracing of the thing. And I'll do the letters and numbers in a moment or two. In a moment or two. Okay, let's do letters, I guess, first. A, and B, and C, and D, E, F, it's starting to slip. G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, or Z. Now I'll do numbers, just the digits 0 through 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'll do some more of that later. See, is there comments that I've missed? It seems like maybe. Yes, I will be playing Mastermind. Actually, that's what's in store for tonight, believe it or not. Are there ASMR conventions? I don't know. I've never been to an ASMR convention. So, if they exist, I am ignorant. It would be kind of a cool idea. I'd go if I could afford it, sure. You know, out here in California, if you do something like that, though, the chances are it's going to get associated with some sort of, I don't know, money-making, schemey thing. So, I don't know. I get, I don't know, cautious around those types of things sometimes. Yeah, you know. Hey, Zenpol, how's it going? Well, you know what? Actually, I could play a little bit of Mastermind now and then come back either before the break or I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and do the gaming thing. There's me. I'm kind of mostly off into the corner. Let me now. Here, I guess I'll do it this way. There we are. You know what? Let's let me get this back. Let me do this over here like this. All right, there's like that. And okay, now I can go over to here. All right. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, for the compliment on the mind test stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty popular series. Hey, Jed, how's it going? And here we go. Let's actually play the game in earnest, shall we? No red. Let's test for blue. Blue is in. So now let's test for yellow. And yellow is in, so how about there? And we know where blue goes because we've already got a red peg for it. All right, the good news is we know green has to go there. And let's throw in the pink. All right, well, pink's not in, but we know about green and blue. Green and blue. Now move the yellow over. And now let's try white. Nope. But everybody else is in their final place. We're just waiting on the results from, let's try this one. Yep, there we go. Where do I play Codebreaker? Well, I don't play Codebreaker anymore. I play this one. It's play.org Mastermind Online. Sorry for the on dark mode, but it had that URL in it. Because the Codebreaker one I used to play, I can't get it to work on my browsers anymore, so I've just kind of given up. And I did find this one, so I'm okay. And in truth, since it only has 4 spots, but well here, you know, you can, I'll just have to start that one over. Yeah, I can also choose between 4, 6, or 8. But the 4 instead of 5 is actually pretty easy. So it's like, when I'm doing this level, I can kind of just, I don't know, not have to pay attention so much. All right, let's test blue. And blue is there. Well, I don't know about that spot, but it's in the puzzle anyway. And what do you know? Guessed right. And no green. So try pink. No pink. Man. So Let's do this, because I know it's just these three, so I'm going to just try this like this. Okay, that means that goes there, and then now, and now we can just switch these two, and that should be it. Yep, what do you know? Let's try blue. Yep, blue's in. Let's try yellow. Yellow's not in, but wow, I've been getting the blue on that far left one pretty frequently tonight, huh? And Zowie. Is this going to be like a repeat of the last game? No, it's not, because pink's in. Okay. Okay, we need to move it still. Let's try black. Okay, well, I know that the black has to go there. I know that the pink has to go there. That's all that's left. Same with purple. That's all that's left. And we've known about blue for a while, so yippee-yi-yay. Alright. What time is it, by the way? Don't want to lose track of my timer. I do that pretty frequently, don't I? Yeah, don't apologize for watching what you like to watch, man. I mean, I don't personally watch NASCAR, but, you know, that's... If you want to watch NASCAR and you enjoy it, man, by all means, watch NASCAR and enjoy it. And I'm still going for a while, so, you know, there's plenty of live stream to check out still. Okay, yellow is in. Let's try testing for green. Okay, but we know green goes there now. Now let's test for the pink. Wow. So let's put the pink on the left, I guess. Do yellow, do green. Let's try white. Nope, but we guessed right on the pink being on the left-hand side. Now, let's put that there. Let's stick in the black one. Nope, so it's going to be purple, since that's all that's left. And there we go. What do you know? You know what, let's do it with duplicates, just because, yeah, why not? Nope, let's try blue. Nope, let's try yellow. Well, there is one yellow, okay. Now let's try green. There are no greens, and yellow needs to move. So let's try pink. There's no pink, and yellow still needs to move. So let's try the white. What do you know? Sometimes this game just really cracks me up. Okay. Oh, did I still have that? Well, we'll find out. I think I left the duplicates check on, didn't I? Which is fine. Wow, okay, well, I just make sure you don't dispatch anybody incorrectly. Okay, let me put that there. Well, I don't know if it's correct yet, but we'll give it a go anyway, yeah. Hey, what do you know? Good guess. So again, we'll just try that white on the left-hand side. The pink, let's do, now let's try the black one. Nope, okay. Well, it is the black one, just not in the correct spot. So we'll switch black and white. Stick in the pink and the blue, and that should be that. What do you know? Yeah, I have. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do the 6th one, I guess. Actually, you know, let's do the 8 one just for whatever the hell. I mean, I don't usually play them just because they do require more brain power, and I tend to be lazy. Sorry about that. Well, okay, well, I guess it's a good thing that there's no danger, it doesn't sound like anyway, so, oops, I didn't want to click that. How do I get out of there? That's not what I wanted. Here, let's go back. What's going on here? Let's go here. There we go. Sorry about all that. Yikes. All right. Suddenly forgot how to use a computer. So do I want to do 8 with duplicates? Yeah, let's do 8 with duplicates. Why not? I almost never play this way, so this will be crazy. Let's see what happens, shall we? Well, since there's duplicates, I'm going to clearly start with... No, there's no red. Alright, there's only one blue, so we'll just try it there, I guess. Alright, well, we don't know which one yet, so... I guess, yeah. Wow, okay. Now, this is kind of... Because it could be... Any one of these could be correct, really, huh? Except for... Well, we know these two have to be, don't we? Or do we? Yeah, it has to be both of these. So... yeah, so both of these and then one of the green ones. So one of the green ones goes in one of these two here. So let's try that. And this can move, this can move. And then I'll just leave the other green one here, I guess. Right? That should be... Well, I don't know. I don't know if that... Let's just see, shall we? Holy mackerel, so now it's 2 of the pink ones as well, so... Alright, I'm going to say... That one's a pink one. I'm going to say these two are green, and I'm going to keep moving the blue and the yellow. And we'll just see. Alright, so now I have that, so I need still 2 more. Wait, how many? Wait a minute. I just need 1 more pink, I guess. And so that's okay, so let's put a pink one here, I guess, out of one of those 3. Yikes. I don't know. Okay, so here's a white one. Shall I guess that it's these same 3? Why not? I don't know. Then, so one of the white ones, well, here, the pink one, let's just move it there. Put one of the white ones there. Put the blue one there. The yellow one here. And let's put one here. Nope. Well, at least I have all the colors now. Hey, from Marin County. That's crazy. That's not that far away at all. Hey, Amir, how's it going, man? Okay, can I untie this knot? Or is my brain too feeble? All right, let's start with the 2 green just to see. You know what? I didn't take into account anything down here on this line. When I went to here, did I? Well, no, I guess I did there. All right. But clearly that's not the right way. Unless it was that one. What does that get me if I do this? Instead of that one, this means this one instead of that one, which would mean blue and yellow and pink and black. Let's see. Yikes. Alright, so all the way down to here, obviously there's one blue, so that's fine. One yellow, and the blue is obviously in the wrong spot. Okay, so I have a green is in the correct spot, and 1, 2, 3, right? Yep. Alright, now I have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 out of place. Okay, 1, 2, 3 still, and 1, 2, 3, 4 out of place. This is, and then that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's consistent. That doesn't mean it's the answer, but it's consistent with what's been scored. Nope. Holy mackerel. Okay, well, good news is, well, actually, no, I was going to say good news is I know something about this green, but I don't. It could be this green and this green, or it could be this green and this green. But one thing we know is that I think green is going to have to go there, isn't it? Or does it? Okay, now if this green is there, then I don't know anything about this one. Dang it. Same with this. Alright, that's not... Well, Ellen, you know, if you need to take a nap, then by all means take a nap. Oh no, my thing is over with, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to take a break, and this is going to be an ad break, gang, so sorry about that, but that's the way it is. everything seems to be more or less okay. Let me come back to the gaming thing. And okay, so what was the weird ad that you saw? You know, here's a question for people watching in the future when they're watching the replay. I'm wondering, does in the replays, does YouTube match the ad replay so that it matches where I insert them live? Or do they just put them wherever the hell they want? Oh, anyway, so now I need to see if I can untie this mess. So where am I at with this? Let's just start with that being green, just because, you know, which means all these are now not right. So what does this tell me about any of this? Okay. No, actually I do know something. If this one is correct, that means one green does have to go here, from down here. Right, so if this one's correct green, the other green goes there. Yippee-yi-yay. That means that this perhaps could be right. Or, no, we need two pinks. Although, it could be this, like ding, ding, and then one of the pink ones here. Alright, so which means one of the pink ones has to go where it hasn't been, which would stick it there. So I need, now the blue has to go somewhere that makes sense. I guess here. Would that be the blue here? So what else am I missing here? I have two greens. Two greens, two pinks. Oh, I'm missing white. Okay. What does this have? This is a black marble. Okay, I don't have a black marble on this one, so maybe this needs to be the one there. Is that working? Well, we'll see. Nope. Oh, what did I do wrong? What did I put in too many of? Oh, I forgot to put in two yellow ones and no black one. Oh man, all right, well I don't think, well this is not right. So, either this one was or this one was, so let's go back to this one, I guess. If that's the case, then the other green could be just about anywhere, couldn't it? Like that. Let's say that maybe it's yellow then from this line, which would make green. So this green. And two of the pink, I guess, yeah. So let's just make the pinks from down there, I guess, right? So this green, I mean. Those two pinks. So where that puts blue here, I guess, and black there, and white there, I guess. So blue, black, and white. Nope, I get some extra guesses, it looks like. Oh wow, Japanese car wash, okay. Oh man. All right, let's. Well, thanks, Blinks. Oh man. Okay, so if it's. Well, here, let's just take these like this, right? Why not? If that's the case, where does white need to go? That's what is back here. This is the thing. Alright, so it can't be yellow there, which means yellow can't be there, yellow can't be there. So yellow could maybe be there. That means this. Maybe both pinks are right here then. So that's both pinks, both greens, a yellow. I need a blue and the white. So this isn't going to work. What's here? I guess the other green could be down here instead of there. And then I need one from this row here, another different, so maybe the white is correct over here. Say it's these, so that green goes over there. If blue comes back here, what does that do to us here? I don't think that's going to fly. Green, blue, and pink. Maybe. Nope. It was worse. Oh, man. Alright, that's not that one. Let's see if it's still this one. What else could it be alongside it? And it's not these two. Well, it's not this one anyway. Maybe it was that one. And perhaps yellow. Would that work? Could be the green, this yellow. From down here. Green, yellow. And what would be over here? One of the white, I guess. So it can't be there though. So here, I guess. Right? I feel like this is going to take like the whole show now, you know? Heebie-jeebie. Okay, so green, green, yellow, right, okay. What's down here is green. blue have been right back here? Does not look like I ever pursued that. What's this? This would be green, green, yellow. That doesn't seem to be like it's going to work. So green, if green is over here, yellow can't go there, yellow can't go there. Go here. So maybe it wasn't this one. So maybe it is yellow. But not this green, so this pink, this green, what needs to go in here now is the black, and then the other pink goes over here maybe? I don't know. Alright. Which two do I need to switch? Anyway, I think I missed some comments. Well, you might be right, Nasal Penny. I don't know. I still got 3 chances, it looks like, so maybe I can pull this out of a nosedive. All right, I'm just going to put everything where it is, and then I'm going to kind of look at it and see what I can switch around. Because usually when I get it to like a switcheroo 2 thing, you can kind of work it out by process of elimination. Right, like switching these 2 doesn't work because it puts us into this situation, which only has one, red marble, so that can't work. We could switch this maybe, but does that make sense? No, it does not make sense. Do we switch this maybe? No, I don't think that makes sense either. Pink there. No, it doesn't make sense. Pink here with yellow over there. No. So I don't think I'm moving pink. All right. Oh, wait, could it be... Wait, hang on. This is pink, Okay, wait, where's the red peg on this line? Nope. Okay, I think I switch white and pink here. Yay, what do you know? Well, there you go, guys. So, just goes to show you that even I get challenged. So how about I go back to just 4? That seems just kind of basic now, doesn't it? So we have a yellow. And okay, I know that green has to go there, and we need to move yellow 1 at least. And alright, we have both green and yellow now. And so let's introduce the pink. Excuse me, the white. What am I doing? And let's try this one here. Nope, let's switch these two. See, when you only have 4 spaces, it's a piece of cake. Thanks, Nasal Penny, I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. You know, let's see, there's only, you know, let's see, I can do another one in like 2 minutes, can't I? What do you think? Just to build those Mastermind quickly. Oops, 2 blues. Wow, good guess on the blues, huh? Well, let's pick the left-hand one. Well, good choice. Now we just have to chase down the... Oops, I don't have to go down there to do that. What do you know? That didn't take barely any time at all. Okay. Well, there are 2 blue. Alright, so I know that both the blue go over here. That's a good one. But I don't know which one the yellow goes in. I just go into one of those 2, but I don't know which. Alright, so now I know that both the blue have to go there, and the yellow has to go there. Now we're just chasing down this 4th color again. Nope, still haven't found it. So it's got to be one of these 2, though. What do you know? Alright, I'm going to say that's good enough for, and I'll switch over to here for a minute. And let me switch this back over to here. Yeah, it's easier for me to, well, actually, yeah, let me do it like this, I guess. That's good enough. I can kind of see what's going on and see the comments and all of that. And this is just a regular ad break, so it's not going to be, or excuse me, a regular break, no ads, I mean. Heebie-jeebie. Some days my brain just gets frazzled, you know. Well, it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm an old man, so. Well, there we go. So it's close enough. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Don't want to do any more I think I'll take a break on the Mastermind for a minute and I'll have a drink of water. And I think I'm going to do my bridge of my nose is getting itchy. I'm going to do the chopstick into the mason jar thing. Or not really in it, but along the edge of it kind of thing, whatever it is that causes that to happen. Hey, Raiden. And here we go. There goes the pooch upstairs. It's the thing I've been thinking of acquiring and trying my hand at is people that use the tuning forks. I don't know, what do you guys think about those tuning fork videos? They go ding, and get it to do that little humming noises. I don't know, that might be kind of cool. Anyway, what else do I want to do tonight? I haven't done the beard brush yet, have I? So let's do some actual beard brushing. Actually, I'm going to raise myself up just a bit so I can have more, I don't know. Do a bit over here too, I guess, right? For equal opportunity as far as left, right. I know, Heath, man, believe me, the ones that you saw that when I did that were uncharacteristically lucky. Usually I'm about like where you are, where it's just like, yikes, how did I get there? There's that fly again. EBGB. Anyway, we pull that hair out of the beard brush. Yep. Let's do some tapping on the back. Different sort of wood sound. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be a clue, huh? Again, I'm zoning out. I'm not even saying anything. EVIA. I guess maybe I should kind of whisper and babble or something over here while I'm doing this sort of... I don't know, I tend to try to do... I don't know if I try to, but I tend to fall into this pattern of more rapid but less loud tapping on the back of this brush thing. Thanks, Heath. Let's get over here, do a little bit of vocal talking noises, whispers, soft speaking, that sort of thing, right? Do the tapping stuff over there when we also have the serenade of the dog's nails on the wood floor upstairs. Clash Royale. I'll have to look up what Clash Royale is. Here, let me get out of this for a second here. Let's go into the gaming window. And this out of my way. Okay, already be careful. I'm going to be not in dark mode because I'm going to switch over to get out of here for a minute. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. And what was it called? Clash Royale? And what do you know? As a real-time strategy developed and published. Huh, I'll have to look into that. Perhaps. Yeah, let me go back to... You know, I guess I could have done this all very differently than the way I did. But I did it that way anyway. So, there we go. Kind of like chess. Wait, what is it? Did I miss some comments here? Kind of like chess. I don't know. I'll have to give it a go. I'm not that good at chess because, I don't know, I just never got bit by the chess bug, so I don't tend to play chess. I used to play with this guy when I was young who was our neighbor, but that was mostly just because he always liked playing chess. And I will admit that when I played him, my game did improve slightly from having played him. But yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't my thing, man. Anyway, what am I feeling? A little like you know, I'm gonna go play a couple more games of Mastermind. Why not? I was just in that window. Let's go back, right? Why not? Oh, it's getting near the end of the thing anyway, so let's see how many games I can play quickly of Mastermind in 4 minutes. I imagine I could do more than 4 games in 4 minutes. What do you think? I have blue. How about not in the right spot? Let's test green. Not in the right spot. Let's move blue. Let's test pink. 2 in the right spot. Let's just put them here at this end just because why not? And let's trust white. And okay, so we know blue goes here. And we know pink doesn't go there because it's the only one that has any potential of moving. So let's try these two, see if that's it. Okay, it's not the black one, but these other ones are fine. Which means it's going to be purple because that's all that's left. What do you know? Okay. Crinkle and whispering. Oh, you know what? I'll do crinkling and whispering in the next segment. So, yeah, because I'll have to grab the crinkle bag, but I will grab the crinkle bag, and I will do crinkling and whispering in the next segment, Ben. And, yeah, let me play. I can play at least another one. Oops, come on now. No red. There is a blue. All right, we have yellow. There'll be blue. Okay, no green, but we have yellow and blue in their fixed positions for now, yeah. Okay, let's try the left-hand side. Nope, so we went to the pink on the right-hand side. And now it's either black or purple. Nope, so it's going to be the purple. And this should be the whole thing. What do you know? Okay. Hey, Kutu, hello. And let's go to Do that. Nope, okay. Oops, hang on a second. Yeah, that's fine. And let's stick the green in. Alright, well, what do you know? This one's got to go there. It means this one's got to go back here. And let's try the pink. Well, let's try the left-hand one just arbitrarily. Let's put the white in here. Well, good guess on the pink one. And now it's either black or purple. It's going to be purple. Come on now. Did I not click there? I guess I did not. And there we go. Twink. Well, you know, I think that was only 3, right? I need to play one more anyway to make the 4 that I suggested I might be able to do in 4 minutes, right? Might not make it now, no. Doesn't seem like it, does it? All right. Let's try it like this. Nope. Oh, no, didn't make it. All right, well, we'll just finish it and then I'll... All right, so it's these two, but in what order? What, yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm going to take a quick break. To here we go. I'm back. And let's have this back over here. Yep, that looks all fine and dandy. Oops, hang on, let me do. Oh, I forgot to get the crinkle bag. So I'm going to get the crinkle bag. Okay, crinkle bag. So, what should we take out of the crinkle bag first? How about some bubble wrap? I got lots of bubble wrap in there, don't I? What is it with this? Oh, I think this is just a big piece of bubble wrap that I just stuffed in there. But, well, we might as well use it, right? Okay, so I'm doing some whispering while I'm doing some crinkling. Doing some whispering while I'm doing some crinkling. Doing some whispering while I'm doing some crinkling. device. Different crinkling device. Let's put that one down there. Let's get the bag here. Let's see what else we have. I guess I just have to kind of just take it all out. It's all kind of smushed up together. Alright. Well, some of it's fallen up. There we go. Alright. I'll just have to be awkward with. Now, here, I think. I don't think there's any real particular purpose for these being in the crinkle bag except for they just got put in there. But this one makes sense. This is a new thing-ish. These are just big pieces of bubble wrap in there. So, I mean, I suppose just, doing anything at all is a little crinkly, isn't it? So do some crinkling, 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 right? Where's the one that will go with that sort of? Here's one. Okay. Those will go together in a minute. Actually, let's go ahead and do those now. Because what it is these are pouches. I like using the pouches. Oh no, it's going to do the following me around thing. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop, 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 stop. Thank you. Holy mackerel. So I can't use that gesture while I'm... So we won't be doing that, will we? So. I guess they'll be kind of back behind here, so they're kind of out of view, but see if I can sneak it in such a way that the camera won't think I'm trying to wave at it. How big is this? This might be big enough. Let's do. Is that horrible? Is that too loud? I know I did some stuff with that once before, but it was when I could edit it, you know what I mean? So, anyway. Still have plenty of time, so I will keep going because there's plenty of crinkle stuff in here. Oh, and then there's this, which is not exactly crinkly, but I like these sounds too. You mean putting the pouch over the microphone? Is that what sounded awesome? Well, maybe I'll do it again later. Here's, you know what? Since this is another bag, it seems of a significant or size for trying a thing. Let's try this one over here. How about that? See how this does over here, yeah? How's that? Is it better with the smooth bag or is it better with the bubble wrap as far as the going around the microphone? Any votes? Here's just some more bubble wrap. It's kind of a longish piece, so. Okay, so you like the bubble wrap better, all right? Here's some more pouches. This is a very small one. This is not a pouch, it's just a small piece of bubble wrap. Yeah, I like to do triggers in videos now and again. I do these, on the live stream pretty frequently. And people can just sort of chime in and say, hey, could you do ... and for the most part I try to be reasonably accommodating. But I do some trigger videos. I usually talk as well, just because, well, I just can't shut up. But there are some that focus, like there was one recently that I just did that was mostly about crinkling. But I think I'll be trying to do more of those, to be honest. I mean, I have mixed feelings about them, truthfully, because they don't necessarily do so well for the algorithm. It's hit and miss with trigger videos, except for, I know a good trigger videos are really good, you know what I mean? So, algorithm be damned. Occasionally it's good to do trigger videos. And there's this stuff. I don't like this stuff as well as the other bubble wraps, but it's fine. Here's another pouch. Oh, you know what? Let's do this pouch with the other pouch, because This is the one of them. This is the paper one, right? Hey, Avid Arkham player. My day's been okay. I hope yours has been as well. I like the difference with the paper on the outside. All right, let's switch them. Down there on this particular break, or down to the next break, I guess that's the better way of saying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that other bag. This one here, yeah. Okay, because I also have the big bubble wrap thing, so let's do this for... I also have my favorite, which is the so now I'm thinking, let's move this over to the other one. What is it? If I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I don't really eat much else. I mean, but I don't eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day anymore because of I was gaining weight. I don't know. Sometimes I'll eat a handful of walnuts. What else do I eat snack-wise? I don't really eat snacks. I mean, well, that's not true. I do eat snacks now and again when but it's usually, you know, because I've succumbed to buying a candy bar at the store, you know what I mean? Impulse buy type, oh, I'll buy a candy bar. You know, the idea is usually like, I don't eat them all the time, so, you know. Once a week or thereabouts is fine for a candy bar, right? You know? Yeah. Let's try to get on here around the mic. But I guess walnuts, yeah. I do eat walnuts pretty frequently. Just a handful of walnuts now and again. I used to like almonds too. Actually, I guess I still like almonds. I just stopped buying them because I just found them expensive. Hopefully that isn't too hard. All right, well, let's finish out this last few seconds of this with the thanks, Smoke. I love that message. It's okay, gang. Well, you know, before I do the before I take my break, we're gonna have to do the 3 cheers for Smoke. Okay. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. And the crowd goes. Thanks so much, Smoke. I really appreciate it. And then now we're going to take a break, and I will be back just in a couple of moments. Here, and you know what I'm going to do? Let's turn that one off because I'm not going to bother with another commercial break or whatever because it's so near the end of the show. I figured, yeah, that's enough. I'll just power through the last half hour without a. We can do that without a break, can't we? At least I think I can. So there we go. Anyway, so you know, I'm going to play a little bit more Mastermind. Why not? Oh, let me turn off the break timer here too. There we go. Let me get OBS out of my way. Like that there, I guess. That'll be fine, I guess. Now let's go to here and so blue is in. And yellow is in as well. Let's try green. Green is not in. So I'm going to say that maybe I guessed right with the blue, and let's move the yellow. And then now let's introduce the pink. And, so let's think about this for a quick sec. It can't be the case that it's the blue then, can it? Because the yellow has no other new places to try. So that would mean that it was in fact the yellow that was right the first time, and the blue goes over there. The pink has to go where it has not been yet. And then now let's try white. But we should get 3 red ones for those 3. Nope. What did I get wrong? That's not making sense to me. So clearly I've goofed up my thinking somewhere. What in the world? I'm not seeing it. Let me see. Is there another comment? Oh, I guess you're taking off, Anthony. Well, have a great night as well. Do I remember my dreams? Sometimes, not always. But I think that's fairly common. I remember somewhere, I don't remember exactly where I got this information, but there's actually endogenous cannabinoids in our brain that are about us not remembering on purpose. And there's somebody that did some thinking about that. But there's a reason that our brain does a thing to make us not remember our dreams, and I don't remember what the theory was, but it sounded kind of maybe, you know. A lot of that stuff to me starts to get a little kind of pseudoscience-ish, because if they can't really get it to, you know, get results that are falsifiable, then it's kind of like, what are you doing? Anyway, so what have I got wrong here? If I said this... Alright, so I guess the deal is that it was one of the pink ones, and both of those are wrong, so how's that going to be then? Alright, let's do pink there, then try that, yeah. And what do you know? Alright. Noids in our brain, yep, noids in our brain. Just stick the green there. Let's move the yellow over one. Let's introduce the pink. Okay, now which one? Let's say it's pink and yellow, and let's move the green, I guess. Try that. Nope, let's say it was pink and the green, and we'll move the yellow one. And I guess we'll introduce the black one, right? What do you know? Here we go. Yeah, let's do a few more of these. Why not? Let's do allow duplicates. Oops, why do I keep doing that? Why does it keep wanting to do that to me? Weird. No blues, how about? No yellows, how about green? Hey, there's a green. How about some pink? Wow, okay. So, where does the green go? We know that pink goes here, and we know green goes in one of these spots, and then the other two are pink, so it's just, now it's just moving the green around, really. There we go. Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, let's see, we got another comment from Smoke here. Wait, hang on, this thing is shopping at thrift stores. Wow. That's pretty crazy that your dreams hold together with some kind of narrative like that that makes sense, you know. Mine mostly don't. Mine are usually just, like mine do things like I'll be in a plane, and then as the plane's flying in the air, before it actually lands, it doesn't actually land, it morphs into a bus, and then I'm on a highway, it's not in the air, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, so it's like a... But for me, the stuff I tend to remember out of dreams is always kind of just odd the visual stuff that's, you know, like, that was weird, you know, that kind of thing. So where do I want to stick this? Well, let's just put it both there, and then let's put the red there. How's that? And that's, nope, okay. Let's say it's this one and this one. We put the red there. How's that? No, well, at least we got the blues and the reds right. And now it's just trying which one of the other ones. There we go. And I keep looking for the break clock. It's like I've conditioned myself, you know. Pavlovian sort of thing, man. Oh, I suppose since we're getting towards the kind of the end of the show, I mean, it's not imminently the end of the show, but what is it, like 20 minutes left? I should talk about what's coming up, shouldn't I? Let me finish this and then I'll... Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's put the white one there, and wow, good guess, Bill. So let me move to the other scene thing here. Let's put this over here. Put that there like that. Let me just look at my calendar. So this Monday is Enigma. So not a mind test Monday. It's Enigma. And then I'm going to do some kind of... I haven't even done it yet, so I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but a relaxation thing will be next Thursday. And then hopefully sometime next week, I'll be putting out a music video on my music channel, but we'll see. My goal is to have done one, you know, before the end of this month, but I have a thing I'm kind of trying to do, but we'll see if I can get it done by the end of the month. That's the plan. And then I haven't really planned September yet, except for obviously September 1st will be Mind Test Monday. So next month will be 3 Mind Test Mondays in the month, for those of you who keep track of such things. And I haven't decided what games to do in between, so it won't be Enigma because I just did Enigma now. So maybe I'll do another Mind Sweep. That people seem to like that quite a bit, so I might try and do that. And then maybe I'll do a Mastermind tutorial. People seem to like those. I don't know, maybe it makes, you know, easier for people to fall asleep to me when I'm trying to make sense. Something like that anyway. So yeah, let me go back. I guess I'll do a little bit more gaming, and then we'll do some final stuff with triggers, I guess. Can I move this? Now I got myself all disorganized. That'll be fine. There we go. Now I can come over here, and we'll play some more Mastermind. I guess I could play... What else do I have in this browser? It's all the daily games is what I have in this browser typically. Although I guess it's not that big a deal for me to switch over to Brave. So try yellows like that. Nope, okay. So does it go yellows like that? Yep, okay, let's try the one to the left. What do you know? Oh, I should put a red one in there, dude. It should give you a scoring one there for that. Not there. Wrong guess. Let's do it like that. Okay, 2 yellows. good news is we know that one of them had to go right there, so. Okay, so, well, I know that this goes there for certain. So is it this, the red there with the yellow there, or is it the yellow there with the red there? Let's say it's yellow here with the red there. And yeah, let's try that. Nope, so that was backwards. We know that the yellow goes here. And I'm going to say the red goes there. Yellow goes there. Stick in the white. Nope. Let's try the black. Say yellow goes like that. Now the red. Nope, so it's going to be purple. That's all that's left to try. Yeah, what do you know? Yeah, let's keep doing it. I guess I'll keep with the duplicates. I don't know that it really makes it that much harder or anything. I think it's just different when it's only 4. Let's try that now with the green. Okay. Well, it's got to be one of these two because the red only has one place left to try. That. Nope. So it's going to be this one and this one. And now let's try the white. Yep. Okay, let's try the left-hand one. And stick in the black. Nope. So it's going to be purple again. And red, and green, and white. And voila. Okay, hang on a second, so Chad is asleep. Well, catch it when you can, man. I mean, for me, the Saturday night is going to be a regular thing, so, by all means, that'd be great to have you come by. The other things, like, obviously my birthday one was once a year thing, and that mind test one, I don't know when I'm going to be doing those, but, I suppose there's an argument to be made that I should occasionally do a stream at a different time just so that other people could get a shot at, being able to see it, So I guess that's, if anybody has suggestions for how that might, I mean, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before. Because remember, I used to do the whole thing with the dice and all that thing, right? That's just got to be, I don't know. It was better for me to have it be a regular time. But I wouldn't mind once in a while doing it at a different time so that people could, so that more people could enjoy it. Anyway, it looks like another Whimsical Wednesdays. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But probably a different time frame, wouldn't you think, Smoke? I mean, because I think that's the big thing with people is that it's not just the day of the week, but I think it's more so the time of the day. I mean, I tend to do, so I don't have to go there. Well, the Saturday one, just because it suits me, because it's Saturday night at 8, right? And this is actually kind of turned into my social Saturday night. This is what I do on Saturday nights. I don't, Somebody says, hey, Bill, what are you doing Saturday night? It's like, I'm going to be doing a live stream. That's what I'm doing Saturday night. Okay, so that's got to go there. The green, I guess, has to go here, I suppose. I haven't really been paying attention. I started babbling so much. So let's put in this again. Have I done this right, or have I screwed myself up somehow? Oh, there we go. But there's a few people that show up even with live streams that are, not here in the U.S., so that, I can imagine there's probably time frames that would be better for them, you know. And I guess to include even people that are, you know, listening to this back, you know, in the future, that you're not at the live stream. You know, I try to keep on top of my comments, or not my comments, but the comments you guys make on my stuff, I try to keep on top of, and I think I do mostly a pretty good job. Yeah, so if you have, you know, comments or suggestions, whatever, by all means, chime in and let me know. All right, I'm going to say that it was this one, and then now let's move this one that way. And how did that do? What do you know? And no red. 2 blue. Let's try yellow. No, well, we know the blues go here then. Let's see what we get here now. Nope. Wow. Is it going to be like 2 purple and 2 blue? Nope, okay. We have at least 1 white here. Oops, dude, you have to fill in all the blanks, Bill. Come on now. Hey, what do you know? And, okay. And, oops, stay in order, Bill. Wow. Wow, okay, that one went bang, 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 right? Sally. So there's a red. Okay, there's a blue along with the red. Let's try yellow. Okay, so we gotta move both of those. Let's try green. So I'm gonna say what makes sense to me is the red goes there. Oh no, they're moving furniture upstairs. Hopefully that's not too jarring for you guys. Nope. Okay. Well, I think that means it can't have been red here. So it's going to be one of these green. Probably the blue here, probably the red there. And now let's try with white. Okay, I think then it's going to be this green. Blue and the red like this. Now let's try the black. Holy mackerel. How could I be so off? Well, I know it can't be here, and I know it can't be here, so red has to be in one of these 2 spots. So let's say green goes there. What do you know? Jeez. Sometimes you just don't see stuff. no red, and there's no blue, and there's 2 yellow, and alright, so we know the green goes in one of those 2 spots, but we know both yellows go there for certain. So let's throw in the pink. Right, now we just need to switch the pink and the green, and that should be that. What do you know? Okay, there's only like 7 minutes left. You know what I'm going to do? Let me switch back from game playing to here, and I think what I'm going to do is just brush on the mic a little bit. But I'll do that. Brushing on the mic. Over there while I whisper over here. Whispering over here quietly while I brush on the mic over there. Hey, Mr. Walrus. I'm doing okay. Excuse me. Unfortunately, you're here only for like the last 6 minutes and 25 seconds there. So, I guess, you know, sometime is better than no time, right? So I'm glad you came by. I think most everybody else in the chat has passed out now. Maybe they're all after. They're all asleep. I haven't looked at the YouTube window in a minute to see what they say about it. It says there's 36 people. So I guess there's 36 snoozing people. Do a little bit of whispering quietly while I'm brushing over there quietly. At least trying to do it with a light touch. Now, Mr. Walrus, I've only tried Mind Test, is the only one I've tried. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. I quite enjoy playing it. Looking forward to getting into how to do mods in it, because it's reputed to be a pretty powerful setup inside of the Wanty. So I guess I will find out. But there won't be another Mind Test Monday for a minute, so I do them every other Monday is Mind Test Monday. Well, you might check it out. Might be worthwhile. You know, I don't know what language they used to make it in, to be honest. I mean, I remember reading it in the thing because it says, you know, whatever when you go to look at the site. I just don't remember what it said. I'm pretty sure if you go to one of the Mind Test Mondays, I think I put the description for the I put the link for the Wanty in the description if you want to go check out their site. I try to remember to do that when I'm, you know, playing a game on the page or website or whatever for. getting down to, well, it's less than 3 minutes anyway, so if anybody has any last minute comments, questions, pure boredom. Yeah, pyramid, that might be a fun thing to try to build. Yeah, currently I'm building a manor of sorts, and we'll see how it goes. And then once I get enough kind of, under my belt or out of my system or whatever of fiddling around, because right now I'm just doing it in creative mode, so I'm just screwing around, wandering around, and fiddling with building stuff. But after I get a little bit more, I don't know, used to it or something, because that's not really, I guess, what it is. But I'm just having fun screwing around in creative mode, I guess is what it is. But when I feel I've done enough of that, I think I'll play in survival mode at least a couple of times, and then I'll try to make my own playable version and then put it up on a server so that, I don't know, it might be kind of cool at some point to actually have it be, available to you guys to play, I don't know. That's obviously a ways in the future, but anyway, there's aspirations. Some of them anyway. So we have less than a minute now in this episode of Live Stream with Bill. I guess I'll just do the beard brush for the closing few seconds here, I guess. Thanks, Mr. Walrus. Have a good rest of your evening as well. Oh, Kyle, man. Well, hopefully I'll see you next Saturday. But there's the end of the show. The thing just went off. So I will say goodnight to everybody. And I will, well, like I said, I will catch you all next week. So, oops, I got out of my way.